onda, chicos? Bienvenidos de vuelta al canal de Lote Salvaje. Hoy les tenemos un perfil de Invoked Dogmatika. Es un deck que ganó el quinto lugar ayer en un torneo bien grande y ojalá que les guste.
El torneo de 64 personas.
64, ajá.
Ajá.
So, now I'm talking English.
Alright.
This deck is really standard. Like, it's like the Alistair deck is like so soft. Like, there's nothing crazy about it.
There's nothing to innovate.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. No, the only thing that's important in this deck is the sequencing. That's why I tell everybody, like, so this is the engine, like 3 Alistair, 3 Ecclesia, 1 Maximus, 1 Fleur. I think you can play 3 of this if you really want to. I was trying out 2 and 3. I used it on 1 because I needed more room for hand traps. Like,
I've seen a lot of people are only playing 1 floor. What's the reason for that?
1?
I thought 2 was good.
So I mean, realistically, like it's an extender. It's like that's correct. But every other time, like with it's just like not like good by itself. Like you rather see Ecclesia or even Maximus before you ever see this card.
Yeah,
ever.
of course.
Yeah. That's for like the engine monster. The hand traps, it's a good amount. 3 Ash, 3 Tasman, 2 Crow, 2 Ogre. This card is really, really good, especially like in a PK dominated field. It's like because against PK, it's like the best deck, and it's not necessarily a deck that you have to see a hand trap for. It's more of a deck that you can see like a going second, like Droplet, Cosmic, and that's what this card does. Yeah. And also like if they don't DPE this card like on their turn, it's gonna eat up 2 disruptions every time, because if I this is on board and I go normal summon Alistair and you go Fogblade, I'm negating this every time.
Yeah, of course.
I'm negating with this every time. Like Crow is insane this format. I was gonna play 3, but it's low-key searchable, so there's no need to play 3. And then Ogre is probably the only like iffy hand trap. Like it's like it makes the Brave Engine awkward, but I don't know if that's like a good enough reason to play it. I'm still 50-50 about it. I ain't seen enough to like really make a concrete opinion of it. And the bricks, these cards are glued to my hand. But
I wonder why.
But thanks to this card, I was able to like put them back.
Yeah,
it was really good. Like it's why like I really like Phantasma. Like in the format where it's good, it's really good.
You said last night Phantasma MVP?
I thought it was MVP, and I'll get to the extra deck. It was mainly because of that.
Yeah.
Let's see. The spell card's the best engine card, 3 Prosperity. it's anything you want it to be. It just gets you to anything. You always do 6. And I can get into which ones I banish in case people are kind of like iffy about doing 6. Yeah. But I think this card's always the best when you do 6, so you always want to do 6.
Yeah.
3 Meltdown, more Alistairs with the terraforming. I went to 2 Invocations. I was playing 1 for the longest, as you can see by the Ultimate Rare. But I had to play 2 now because Lance is in the format again, and I'd be a fool not to respect that card. But yeah, that's the main reason I played 2. Otherwise, I would straight up play 1. Like I think this card's like a hard brick. But I did kill a lot of people with it yesterday. It was kind of crazy because you draw this and you draw Alistair, and all of a sudden you're just killing people like randomly. So dumb. 2 Fusion Destiny. This card's like an FPK. Like,
too good.
It's just too good. Nadia Servant. This lets you play when you get Scythe. So it's really
let me go ahead and Scythe block you real quick.
Yeah, you can Scythe me. That's fine. No, just
I'll just do it to myself anyway.
Just keep playing. It's fine. And then the rest of the spells is 3 Droplet. Best going second card in the game right now. 2 Cosmic. Overlaps really well against everything. Goes against Scythe, against backward decks. It does what you want. Like it does what you want a going second card to do. So it's really good.
Yep.
Called by going second, going first. This is good against Scythe. He just 1 cards against Scythe. That's what these are. And then the trap cards, 1 Punishment, 1 Schism. This gets higher every time I go second. Really, it makes Prosperity even better because you just bench and shit all stuff. Punishment is punishment. I don't think I have to explain like card cards is really good. And then for the extra deck, this is where it's really good. I think it was like Shines. 1 Kaliga, 1 Mechaba, 1 Perk, and then 1 Goedes for the Invoked engine. Cut the second Mechaba for this because I thought it would come up more with the Enforcer stuff in the meta, but honestly, this always gets banished for Prosperity anyway, so it just doesn't matter what this card is. It's literally just an off chance. Like that's the best way I can describe that slot. Yep. Enforcer card's too good. The Shadal stuff, just 1 of everything. There was a time when you had to play 2 of this, but now with Enforcer, you just never need to play 2 of this. So I like this a lot. And like I said, it makes game like when you go second. These cards make Prosperity super free because You cite Schism out, so these are immediately the first to be banished,
first
and
three.
then the other ones are free. Elder, Tinted Clyde, and Omega for other Netier punishment targets, whatever. Obviously this is good. This gets you to an engine when you need it, or it gets you the extra disruption when you need it. And Omega is really good in an Enforcer format because you shuffle Enforcer back, shuffle Celestial back. You know, it's really good. Even though you don't play like stuff to make it, you just send it. And the Link monsters, Almirage, Secure Garden, you have to play this because of Maximus. And it makes like drawing like hand traps like fair because you can draw like a hand trap plus like any like either 3 Ecclesia, Fleur, and you can make Verte with it, and honestly that can get you pretty far. I rather have like DP over like a hand trap, so that's why this like this is really necessary over like Moon Maiden. Verte, not to explain this, and this card is probably the MVP in my extra deck if I'm being real. You make this, you can make this with the Alistair, you can make this with the Phantasme. People were popping it all day, and I was switching DD Crow. Like it's really good. Yeah, that's the extra. It's 15 cards. I don't know that I change anything. I'll say right now, the prosperity targets, if anybody's curious, is like usually like 1, 2, and I'll say which ones it depends on. But if I'm going first, it's gonna be like 1, 2, 3. That's 4. That's 5. Yeah, that's 5. And the 6th one, it's usually one of these 3.
Depending on what your hand looks
It's
like.
depending on the hand, because if you open Fusion Destiny, obviously you don't need this.
Yeah, of course.
If you open like an Ecclesia, then you don't need this because you can just make this. So this is not necessary. And then sometimes if you don't open any engine, you have to banish this because you need to like see something, and you can't risk like.
Yeah, of
You
course.
can't risk revealing something that you can't actually like play with. So that's what this is for. But that's the prosperity targets if anybody was curious. The side deck I don't think is anything crazy either. It's like 3 Lancia for like the match that
Everybody.
matters. 3 Nib because nobody respects this card anymore. So like after game 1, like they won't respect it. And even if they do respect it, you're like siding into like a lot of hand traps. So the odds of this resolving is very high. And these are just good cards to draw off of Phantasme too. Like like you can just use them at any point. There was something else oh yeah, and also you can just catch people. You just catch people lacking with this card. This is the main thing. That's 3 evenly for the trap decks. I ain't playing any trap decks. This never came in yesterday. But you need stuff for the trap decks. Harpies too. That's their hardest matchups. Yeah. Let's see. So going first cards, I played 3 Judgment. This card just says no to Droplet, and ultimately that's what you end up losing to half the time. And then I also the only other going first card I played, it was Deep Barrier for like the longest time, but I decided to switch it for like different Dimension Ground. I never actually saw the card. I never actually got to play with it because I was never in a situation where I got to go first in the game where I drew it. So I don't know if this card's actually good, but in theory it's really good because in any matchup that it matters, like Prank Kids, PK, even Tri Brigade, you literally skip the turn. Like it's the same thing as Scythe, but like you obviously it's non-searchable, and but it comes to the same thing. You don't play the brick. Yep.
Imagine if you were able to set that card from your deck.
Jeez. But yeah, that was the deck ball.
Any last words, my boy?
Yeah, I want to give shout outs to my sponsors, Omega Gaming. They're best sponsors ever. Also Henry Chang, this is his deck. Shout out Chang Productions.
Chang Productions.
The best team in the game, but people don't want to recognize that. I don't know why. Shout out to Elite Savage, bro.
Thank you,
always
baby.
making some fire ass content. And yeah, shout out to anybody who in my car, AJ and Ethan. Yeah, that's about it.
Appreciate you, baby.
Yes, sir.